Hello, and welcome to Talk US News and Politics, where you regularly get updated with the latest on American politics. Please ensure to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Donald Trump remains public enemy number one and in all likelihood the most dangerous person in America today. If the rule of law was applied equally and fairly, Donald Trump and his criminal confederates would have already been arrested, tried, convicted, and incarcerated for their many obvious crimes. He leads a neo-fascist movement that attempted to nullify the results of 2020 presidential election. Through willful malfeasance, corruption, and negligence, Trump's regime was responsible for the deaths of hundreds of thousands of Americans during the coronavirus pandemic. Trump openly admires Vladimir Putin and other political thugs. He and his allies in the Republican Party yearn for the same kind of power here in America. Yet Trump still commands the loyalty of tens of millions of Americans. Even after 4 years of his ruinous regime, Trump won more votes in 2020 than he did in 2016. Sick societies produce sick leaders. I know that I am not alone in shaking my head several times a week and saying aloud, "Merrick Garland, what the hell are you waiting for?" At his rally last Saturday in Michigan, Donald Trump again showed himself to be a danger to the safety and security of the American people, American democracy, and American society. As has become habitual, the mainstream news media was largely, if not almost entirely, silent. In its recent coverage of Trump's rallies, the media has become more interested in mocking his followers and the size of his crowds than in calling attention to his threats of right-wing violence. Donald Trump, like other members of the Republican fascist movement, has become expert at stoking political and ethnic violence as a tool of political power. In a recent interview with Salon, political scientist Barbara Walter, author of How Civil Wars Start, explains how Trump and allies such as Michael Flynn get away with preaching violence. Predictably, at his rally last Saturday in Michigan, Donald Trump returned to his repeated big lie strategy with claims that the 2020 election was stolen, the clear implication being that he is still the real president and that his followers should do whatever is necessary to return him to power. He wallowed in low-rent bigotry, racism, and nativism, slurring Representatives Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib because of their names, which sound un-American to him and his followers. He claimed that Joe Biden and the Democrats are destroying America and that the country's cities are overrun with violent, black criminals. He also could not resist his malignant narcissism and sense of victimhood, complaining about how unfairly he has been treated by the press. These tired themes were just cover for his main thrust, threats of violence. Like other fascists and right-wing populists, Donald Trump personalizes the threat of violence for his followers, telling them that black and brown people, Muslims, Democrats, the left, LGBTQ people, migrants and refugees, and the other more generally pose an existential threat to real Americans, meaning, of course, white right-wing Christians. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this edition of the news. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time. Bye.